Hi, I'm Charles Sainsbury.
And I'm Edward Gifford, and welcome to BNN.
There's been a rising increase in the factory and working industry, especially in London.
Let's go to reporter Clemens Beatrice in Cromford, live with Richard Arkwright, the man behind the growth of factories.
I'm here with Richard Arkwright, the creator of the first factory.
Hello, I'm Richard Arkwright. This is one of my factories.
Which factory would this be?
This would be the Manchester location. I also have one in Matlock, Bath, where I recently bought out my partners.
How are you able to sell out your partners?
My partners were Jedediah Strutt and Samuel Mead. We all started off by running mills and even put to use the first water-powered at Cromford together. But as we became very successful, I decided to move to a more independent route.
Well, whom do you employ in your mills and factories?
I encourage entire families to come and work on the carding engines to spin threads into yarn in the mills. These families can live in the limited number of cottages I've built next to the mill in Cromford, but a large portion of my employees are children.
Very interesting. Sorry to interrupt, but we have breaking news with Lawrence in the field. Let's go to her.
Breaking news. My report here says we have a new town which is attracting thousands of discontent factory owners and workers. It goes by the name of New Lanark and has been coined a utopian socialist town.
If that sounds familiar, you may also know the two large proponents of this ideology, Charles Fourier and Robert Owen. According to studies by scholars in Manchester, a utopian socialist society eliminates the traditional ideas of a class struggle and peasant revolution. People live in harmony with all property publicly owned.
The traditional socialist belief, or Marxism, coined by Karl Marx, his work The Communist Manifesto, written with the help of his partner Frederick Engels, lays out the socialist beliefs. They call for a revolution of the proletariat in order to bring the government under the control of the people. There is no private property or class struggle written out through this ideology.
Now that we've given you some backstory, we'll cut to our reporter, Lawrence Benedict, present in New Lanark right now.
And now to Lawrence in the field.
Thanks, Charles. I'm here with a local resident of New Lanark, Jeff Stoynes. Jeff, how would you describe life in New Lanark?
This town is the greatest thing since sliced bread. There's yet to be a crime, living conditions are great, and even the most uneducated of people can make their way here. It really puts that factory life into perspective.
Are there any negatives you see to living in this type of society?
How can there be any negatives in a society where everybody succeeds?
Well, you guys heard it here first. New Lanark is a true utopia. Now back to the studio.
And now we take it to our sports team with Merlin Wolfhawk and Gertrude Diggory.
Thanks, Edward. Wow, what a crazy game last night by the Manchester Assembly Lines. They displayed great teamwork and the ability to get the job done in limited time.
Let's replay one of the plays from last night's game that I thought was most crucial.
This team is made up of so many all-stars at the positions, and it all starts right here. Watch as he masterfully sets up his team for success with the even distribution.
And that stacking is just impeccable with great technique and a big part of the win. This assembly line team all has a small job that is so repetitive they master it. And the end product is really what these guys work so hard for.
We can owe a lot of their success to Coach Henry Ford, who created this moving assembly line offensive style. His play calling and assembling has been very fun to watch all year. Ever run into this problem?
Oh no, my train won't work.
Aw shucks, my steamboat won't move.
Wait no longer, because we have the all-new steam engine. These bad boys will power anything and everything you need. Now powered by the affordable and efficient coal. You can buy your own steam engine for only 4 payments of $250. But wait, there's more. You want it in green? We got it. Pink? Boom. Red? Bam. Charcoal. Black coal. Green coal. Blue coal. And J coal.
Before I had my steam engine, my train wouldn't move. Now it goes faster than ever.
Before I had my steam engine, I looked like this. And now I look like this.
So what are you waiting for? Buy it while you can.
Hello. Right now, I will be interviewing a few actual workers of a new cotton factory here in Great Britain. Textiles are in high demand, so let's see how the workers are dealing with this burden. What's it like working in this factory?
Well, this factory system does create amazing increases in the amount of goods being made. To be honest, it is rough labor to be done. It is repetitive and boring, and I don't even get to see the finished product with the new assembly line formation. I just perform one task over and over and over again until I can't feel my fingers.
What a shame. Is it true you work up to 14 hours a day?
Yes, it's common for workers to work up to 6 days a week and 14 hours a day. It's hard labor and it takes a lot of energy to operate the machinery.
Wow. How are the factory owners? Are you treated well?
Not at all. Working in one factory resulted in strict supervision all the time, and they were mean and abusive occasionally when you didn't do your job efficiently enough. And nobody takes safety into account. That's why I was maimed and death is super common.
Thank you for your time. Interesting. Moving on. Let's talk with this woman and her child who work as drawers in a coal mine. How has your life changed after industrialization?
Well, first things first, I had to start using birth control with my husband since I don't have any time for kids because I work at a coal mine. My family's not really a family since we're all working to bring income to our home. As a drawer, I carry a very heavy belt and labor in the coal pit all day long. I get lesser pay than men and I get sexually abused often. Deborah, get back here!
What about you, Deborah?
It's awful. I have to work dusk till dawn and I'm beaten if I doze off. But my family is broke, so I need to support them, even if I have to endure a few beatings now and then. But hopefully things will get better and I miss playtime and happiness.
What a shame. Well, times are tough. Back to Charles and Edward in the studio.
Thanks, Clemens. I'm here in a textile factory, and what you see behind me is a live feed of the physical abuse of some factory workers. Let's take a closer look. Here you can see the factory workers being severely beaten for not working fast enough and not meeting the production quota.
Ow! Ow!
A brutal hit! Another
Ow.
one!
Ow! Ow!
Another brutal hit to the
Ow.
head!
Ow!
This is getting really physical!
Oh! Ow!
And now he's using a glass bottle! That was a prime example of a serious issue in today's growing industrial society. But workers are starting to voice their own opinions about lowering their hours and raising their pay and having more rights for themselves. Oh no! His hand's caught in the conveyor belt!
And that's it for tonight, Great Britain.
Have a great night and stay great.